Hey everybody, it's Carl and Erynn here, and got the banjo in hand and the old guitar over there. Eryn's going to back us up on a wonderful old tune from Tennessee, Charlie Acuff. Old Yeller Dog came trotting through the meeting house. He probably had a dog or two in his time. He probably had some nice pets, and I think he probably did. We got some wonderful cats. We don't have, they trot too though. I think cats can trot. But
and
it's a wonderful
this is a
tune.
request from Charles, one of our Patreon patrons.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, so I think it's a fun tune. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll try to throw a little high variation in as well, which I think will be fun. So, Old Yeller Dog came trotting through the meeting house.
Goes a little like this.
Oh, that's pretty. I think we got to trotting pretty good there after a while. So, thank you, Erynn.
All right, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
that. So let's just kind of find that melody on the banjo over there and see what happens. The old G's a great key for the banjo, of course. So I will see where my, hope your G note sounds similar to mine. The banjo's a little tricky to get just right. Everybody's got ways they like to tweak. An ongoing tweak, I think, just to get everything just perfect. And it's kind of fun that you never get it quite right. I think you just always keep trying different things and exploring different ways to get the best sound you can. This is a fun one though. So the chords of this are just G and D for the first part. And the second part, Erynn was playing a G mostly and getting to that E minor. Some people throw a quick G and C back and forth. They both sound good. And experiment with what you like there, you know. So the backup on this, just a G and D. This first part's just something like that. You do a little walk. And I'm doing a little kind of a D7 there. You could do, of course, this or that bluesy one there. So you can try either one. Here's the other one, a D. And the other part for the, you can do the G, C, or just stay in G, and it gets down to an E minor, which is that second fret, low and first and fourth string. G, D, G. And at the end of a phrase, a lot of times you'll have you could just do the phrase might be kind of outlining a G and a D pattern, but you might just do a long D there. Do, 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 do. So that's fun too. And remember on the straight open G tuning, your nice open shape is great for the 5th fret bar, for a C, and the 7th fret bar for a D. And you might even try, you know, finger picking back up, you know, just little patterns would be fun to, with pinches. That'd be real nice. And when you get to the other part, you go like, let's see, let me think about this. E minor, I guess you can stay low. a note and a pinch, 5 and 1, with thumb and 2 fingers really, and outline it. And the last of the filler note, I'm doing just a thumb, 3, 1, just inside string and a 1st and 5th, back to 1. So string wise, inside string, 1, 5, 1. So the basic pattern note, pinch, or that 1, 5, 1. Be nice to try a little finger pick backup for this maybe. So melody wise, so let's look at that here. I sidetracked myself, and we got to get back into the meeting house and trot with that yellow dog. So the open phrase is just open low string and a pull off from 2 to open, and I'm sliding 2 to 5 for fun. For a banjo thing, it's always good to slide if you can. Open, pull off 2 open, put back down 2 and slide to 5. Your tuning checkpoint and a brush. Let's just try that a couple times, get our hands loosened up there. Great, and then we're going to slide to a tuning checkpoint from the 3rd string, 2 to 4. Slide, you kind of hit the 2nd string with that if you like. And then we're going to have a little work on the 2nd string, hammer, open 1, and take it back off, open 2 on the 2 and open on the 3rd string. It's going to be a crossover lick. I got index on the open 2nd, thumb drop on the 3rd string, 2nd fretted, and then your index comes across and gets that open 3rd. So just like the bottom of a scale, just try that index, thumb, crossover, Figaro. Figaro may have played the banjo. That's a crossover lick, a drop thumb. So here's that whole first 2 measures. Slide. That hammer crossover. Try that one more time. 1, 2, the first 2 measures. Pull off, slide, brush, slide, hammer crossover. 5th string at the end. One more time. 1, 2, here I go. Now we're going to get into a D phrase. It's working that 2nd fret, and I'm going to scoop my 1st finger down to the 2nd fret, and I'm going to use my 1st finger to do a 2. Index just gets up with the right hand, and then a hammer 2 to 4, and then I'm going to go back to 2 and pull off, and go low and do a 2, 4 hammer to the 3rd string G. So that's the D phrase. So a 2 and a hammer 2, 4, pull off 2 open, low string hammer 2, 4, 3rd string. Let's do that much there. That's a G phrase and the D phrase. Back to that G note. 1, 2, here I go. Yeah. And then what happens there, we're going to work that G phrase. You have the open 3rd string we just hit. You have a hammer open 2. Then you're going to do that crossover lick on the 3rd and 4th string. It's going to be open, 3rd string index, thumb gets 2 on the 4th string, the bass string low, and open index. So let's do that much. That's halfway through the first part. Pretty cool. So 1, 2, here I go. Slide, brush, slide, hammer, crossover. Crossover low. And I'm going to keep going. It's going to be that similar phrase as the first phrase, but this time he does a little sneaky thing. He goes, he does slide there. Instead of waiting like done did a wait there, he goes done. He slides right into it and waits there. Almost the same thing, but you can do a little early entry. So listen to those 2 differences. Here's the first measure, and then the second time around, quicker, right? And then the D phrase at the end, we'll have the whole first part. You have that. This is a little tricky the way on the fiddle. I'll do it what he does on the fiddle. We might want to finagle it, but he does the open 2 and waits, and then the 2, 4. So you'd have to do, just think of a little breath. I'm just doing 2 indexes, then the 2nd fret with the 5th string. And you get the 5th string in between. So listen to the whole first part. See what you hear there. 1, 2, the whole first part, nice and slow. Crossover, slide, wait, hammer, crossover. That's it. I'll do it again. That's good. Crossover, quicker, wait, hammer, crossover, wait. And now that's fun. The second part is nice and easy and fun. You're going to be, I'm just doing a G chord, and I'm going to put the C chord in the melody. So I'm doing this for chord practice. I've got 5 on the first and 3, just for a nice drony G. And I'm using my first and little finger. And then the C chord, using my first and third, second fret, first string, first finger on the second string, first fret. So that's, and I'm going to slide to the third fret, 2 to 3 on the second string to get a drony tuning checkpoint there. So let me look and see if that's, yeah. And then I just slide, yeah, brush, thumb, and then the second string and the third. So here's the first 2 measures. So you get that slide unison in the second and third string for full beats. Then we get into a nice slide on the third string, 2 to 4 with a brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and scoot to the low 4 and 5, just tuning checkpoints. And the E minor chord, that 2 low, and the 2 on the first string for the brush. And a little pull off. And that's the whole second part almost. I'll do it, those 4 measures for you. 1, 2, the second part. Do that again. And then what we have is the, I think, did I do the same thing? Let's see, let me check. Yeah, then we just have the ending is going to be a little bit of a slide to 2 to 4. And then you go right to that hammer, open 1 second string, and 2 on the third string. I'll do that a few times. So it's a slide and a hammer on different strings. Third string with brushes. Let me do the whole second part a couple times. Then I'm going to do a high variation on the first part. You could try and see what you think. So 1, 2, the second part. Big chords. Not too bad. Repeat that. So let's go ahead and let me just look at the high part. To do it high, it's a little more work, but it's fun to play. I think you'll find you got some basic anchor positions. One of them's going to be up here. This, if you just look at 3 chords in G shape, open, first 2 strings is great, and you could bar that, different places like for C on the 5th and D on the 7th. The next one's that drony one I was doing for the second part, that 3 and 5. That could be moved around too. If I was playing a song that went from G to F, it'd be back. Those shapes around and think about what chords they'd be. The last one's going to be up to, it's 8 and 9, but I'm going to use my second and third finger because we have to have this the 9th fret, and you have a hammer, and you pull it back down and you'll pull off here. So you really anchor that second string note, and you're going to be hammering 3 after you pick it once, third finger, hammer, half step. Then you're going to pull off from that third finger to your first finger note and get the second string. So that's a little tricky, but really useful for a lot of melody. Okay, so the first, the high part variation, I'll just play it for you. You start out with open, and then the second fret, okay? And then you're going to go, that's brush really. So I had to slide even on the second string just for dramatic. So that's not too hard. Then you got to scoot way up there with that third finger though and get ready for that little. So you got that little shape there really too. So that one and that one's kind of, the second finger's anchored and these are working all around. Your third hammer and then 3 1 finger pull off. And then from there you're going to go, so that's, then you're going to bar 7 and 7, just 7, you're going to have that, really that 7th fret, and you're going to pick it. And I'm barring this other string just because it will ring out so possibly. 7, hammer 9, and go back to 7, and the 5th string after. And we're going to do a hammer 2 4 on the first string to that 5th string. So let me just do that much. So more time. It's not too bad, really. 1, 2, high variation. 2, 5, get up there. Third hammer, pull off second string. Bar 7, 7, 9, fifth string, first string 2, 4, hammer in the fifth string. And after that, we're going to go to that phrase. When we get that little, it's going to be the first string 5, 7 hammer, and back down to 5 with a drop thumb. And the second string, open 1 hammer, and you're starting over. So there's a lot going on. Let me play that much halfway through, and we about got it. The second ending is going to be just the D chord bar, maybe 3 strings, 7, a first string and a brush, 9 on the first string, and back to 7 with the fifth string, and then the 5th fret. So that's that. So the whole second part, not the second part, but the high variation there. And I'll play the whole thing for you one more time there. So. The second part now, that what we've done. That's pretty fun. So you'll get a lot of, you can do less notes or more notes. The high variation is more challenging, but that melody lends itself to going up there. It sounds really pretty up there. And I think I would definitely alternate that low and high because they both sound good. And this is one of those melodies that it works well. So I think it's worth it giving it a shot there. And you'll find these little 2-string chords and being able to get the other fingers hammering and pulling off and keeping anchored notes. Really good things to practice. And I think I'll wind up just giving you, if you thought about an exercise, you don't even have to hammer. You can just find the notes around it. So let's do that little exercise. I'll get a little closer so you can see that to wind up. Just try. So I'm using this shape here. That's 8 and 9, and getting a little half step, keeping that, anchoring to that second, then a bar 7, whole step above, and then, oh sorry, it's going to hear if you hit the wrong note, so we'll try to fret different. So there's going to be 7, 9, 7, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. We'll go into the lower string, back to that other shape. So just find it by ear. So I'll just play that little exercise to wind up with that. That could be your little emotional, your little therapeutic relaxation sitting by the creek on a bench there. So try some exercises, noodling and all there, just to get your fingers moving around, and you'll find some things. Might turn that into a tune. You can put some words behind that. You might have a song, start of a tune. Mainly just enjoy your instruments there and play the banjo. When you need to relax, I think it's a great way to sit on the porch and just get a banjo and see what happens. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.